Yeah.
Welcome on this very special episode where we're celebrating having 1,000 members in our Facebook group today. We'll be doing that Facebook plaque, our 1K member Dan Marino plaque giveaway later on here this episode. Jeff, yes, you have that beautiful son of a bitch right there to show us. So thank you very much for donating that to the cause, Mr. Dolphins. With me as well is Paul Garretson, covering over to my right, I guess, to the viewers, covering the Bills, and the fabulous Elizabeth Mueller, covering the Jets down there in our lower right. Gotta give some kind of flourish.
Jets fan of the year.
Yeah.
You'll never live that down.
I don't want it.
Yeah, she's got a shirt today for it. Yeah. Wow, a custom one.
Mm-hmm. Fan of the year. Fan of the year. Right here.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So our plaque giveaway, we're going to actually do that after our week 14 coverage is over. That's kind of right in the beginning of our sort of midway zone of the episodes before sort of second half of show. So that's going to be something to look forward to. You guys have any news you want to share at this time besides us hitting 1,000 members and offering up such a wonderful plaque?
The news is the AFC is very, very freaking tight.
No, it's not.
Except for the Bills.
Not if you're the Bills
and the Chiefs.
Okay. Well, okay.
The rest of the AFC is very tight.
Okay.
Even the Jets have a chance. The Jets still have a chance. The Dolphins are in. But we'll talk about this.
Yeah, we
Not
will.
too positive about this.
Yeah.
We will talk about it. And I have news for you, folks.
You're coming for us in January.
I am.
Cole Beasley. All right. Okay.
So let's talk playoffs real quick. Let's before we get into the actual games, I am going to talk playoffs real quick, and I'm going to say right now we're looking at Bills number 1. That's why you got Paul being cocky. You got the Chiefs at number 2, Ravens 3, Titans 4. Now here's where it gets weird. You got the Bengals 9-4 5th, Miami 8-5 6th, Patriots in there at 7-6. The 7-6 is where it gets the trickiest because you're there with Los Angeles at also 7-6 and the Jets 7-6. The reason the Jets aren't listed as in right now and are on the bubble at the 9 slot is because they lost the Patriots head-to-head this year. So being that they tie in the same division, down goes 2 slots to the Jets. So I'm sorry to you there, Liz, but that is the current fate of the situation, of your current. This is the current playoff pick. And it's tight though. I mean, you got between 8-5, 7-6. It is a messy thing. But if you're the Bills, no, it's not messy. It is not messy if they're Bills. You're firmly at 10-3. So I will give you some credit there. Now that does actually change as far as comfort level though. As soon as you see what we're about to face here this week in week 15, when we talk about Miami at Buffalo this week. And I think that's where you're going to see if there is any real movement in that direction, that's where you're going to see the movement there. If anything's going to touch with first place, it's going to be you this weekend, Jeff. That's the only thing that I think that can uproot the Bills potentially here, or at least bring it quite a bit closer.
Well, I texted you guys. I texted you guys the playoff picture. Liz needs a lot of things to happen for them to get in.
Listen,
and a lot of things that
you just
could happen.
And I'll tell you mine and the Jets' plan. You talk about your team. Don't say what has to happen to me.
My plan for the Dolphins is not a very optimistic plan. Because we haven't had a plan for 2 freaking weeks. Because if we had a plan, we wouldn't be 0-2 in California. and it doesn't look good going forward.
Well, is it my turn? I'm going to tell you, all three of you, me and my beloved Jets, who I love dearly with all my heart, have got all of you clowns right where we want you. We are going to come in with the sneak attack. The next 4 games are going to dominate you, all three of you, and you are going to see us fly like a jet right past all of you to the top. That's what's going to happen.
There's a little bit of poetry there. I'll give you credit for creative words.
Well, no, it's
They're
fly,
wrong,
Eagles,
but
fly.
they're creative.
Listen.
I'm
Yes.
not going to say it can't happen because I didn't think what couldn't happen did happen. So Dolphins Nation is in an uproar right now. I don't know how y'all, I mean, I know Paul's probably happy as shit. The Patriots are back in it, sorta. The Jets have a shoestring chance, and the Dolphins Nation is just split like we're split like a tree in half. Like we hate Tua, we love Tua. We hate McDaniel, we love McDaniel. We're making the playoffs, we're not making the playoffs. I'm not eating humble pie. I'm telling you that right now. I'm just keeping this shit real, dude. We went 0-2 in California. We're going to Buffalo. We got to play the Patriots. We got to play the Jets at home. We look like absolute caca the last 2 weeks.
No.
I'm not going to say we're going to beat the Bills next week. If we make the playoffs, oh my God, we made the playoffs again. Once again, we made the playoffs. Like, I'm not even going to be. I wish I had the optimism as Liz. I wish I did.
Well, let me tell you something. We got the same record. Don't say we got a shoestring, blah, blah, blah. We got the same record as those Patriots, and we are going to dominate Detroit, your team in Miami, and whoever the hell else we're playing. We're gonna win. We're gonna come away. We're gonna be in the Super Bowl.
But no matter what, you still have to end the season a game ahead of the Patriots because you're 2 losses to the Patriots, and that's where you're at right now. Is you're seeing what that standings looks like if you tie the Patriots. You got to win 1 more than us if you guys want to continue, because right now that's not good enough to just tie us right now in the standings.
Well,
just
Perry,
saying.
let's recap the weekend games. Everyone knows
talk
what we're
about
talking
week 14. Yeah, so let's talk about week 14. Let's start right off with the Jets at Buffalo. Jets 12. They've moved to 7-6. Buffalo got their 10th win. They're in double digits winning right now, first in the AFC to hit that number. Buffalo 20 points scored in this matchup here. Take it away, you two.
Okay. I'm going to talk before that guy up there on his high horse, that one sitting up there like the Brady Bunch. He's Mike Brady up there. You just zip it for a second, mister. So look at my Mike White has a tremendous injury because the Buffalo Bills are nasty players. And they went right for the ribs, just like Greg Brady got hit in the ribs, and they kept hitting him in the ribs, and he kept coming back 3 times in the game.
I should have brought a folding chair out for the animation.
Excuse me, it's not your turn to talk. I think my team took a lot of hits and kept coming back, and that's what we're showing. We're going to keep coming back no matter what you throw at us. And yeah, we took a loss, but we held our own against the almighty Buffalo Bills. The whole first half was like 7-0 or something. I mean, it was ridiculous. The first quarter was 0-0, and yeah, I think we show grit and we show stamina. We show that we're gonna be the next 4 games. We're gonna dominate. Next 4 games, baby. So. Whatever happened this week happened. It's in the past and moving forward. Go ahead, Paul. Start that. Go ahead.
First of all, I love the Brady Bunch reference of the Mike Brady or the Brady of the football thrown into his sister's face. That's
Oh my
amazing.
God.
You came over that. That's so
Marcia.
amazing. That's how old we are. It's just like that's
Go
amazing.
ahead,
So
Mike, take it away.
get past that.
Look,
No,
We
it
got to
was
look
got
up
the
and down
flies
at each
and
other.
the
Yeah.
slip.
it was a crap game because it was a lot of sleet and hail and rain, and it was like the Bills had like 8 drops, and you guys didn't do so great. Sauce did great on Diggs. I mean, really, Sauce really was amazing to keep that Hall of Famer out of the game, pretty much most of the game. So, I mean, a lot of kudos for you. And we bent Mike. We bent what? We bent your quarterback. We put him in half. I mean, and he still came back for it. So, really, you guys had a great defense. You did. But our defense was better than yours. And that's why we won the game. It wasn't our offense. It was our defense. And, yeah, Bill scoring only 20 points, that's not going to go to the Super Bowl playing like that. So I'm concerned. So, next week we got the Dolphins. I mean, Dolphins got, they landed yesterday. And, we'll talk about that later. But I'm just saying, no, you guys played really well. And I'm really impressed with your team. So that's all I got to say about it.
Thank you. Wait till the
Perry,
next
Perry, did you watch the game?
Yes, I did actually, and I thought that Mike White played actually quite well when he was playing, but then he got hit. It was injury that took him out. But I did think though that it was a good matchup when Mike White was healthy during the game. But yeah, no, it was a rough defense, and the offensive line was not able to hold up. I mean, that's really the story of what won this game was the offensive line wasn't able to hold up and protect their quarterback. That old adage.
I just got to mention, yes, I love my Jets with everything in me, and I very rarely miss one play of a game. But I did not see one play this weekend because my daughter had a huge event for her gym that she owns, and I didn't get to see it at all. I taped it and I watched it later.
Oh, okay, that counts still.
I didn't
What's
get
the
to
name of
see
the
the
gym?
game.
What's the name of the gym?
Titan Elite. It's in Sparta, New Jersey, and she
It was like interrogation just what happened there. Like, can she come up with the name? What's the name of the gym? Like, okay, no, she gave a very full answer that seems legitimate, like she was actually at that gym.
Yeah, she had quite an event. This was her showcase for the year, and it was awesome. 300 plus people, and it was great. It was great.
I saw your pics. That was a great event.
Yeah, it was. Thank you. Hello. Somebody
hello, Tangela Carter. Thank you for tuning in on YouTube.
I'm gonna say it sucks when your team has to play the late game because you got to watch other games all day. And I actually watch the other AFC East games when I can.
Me too.
I gotta say, Mike White is a man. Like, he got hit so many times and so hard so many times.
He was the
and kept coming back. Yeah, and that's admirable. And that's a tough quarterback. He'll be back this weekend playing. What's your other quarterback you had with the? I don't know. He chases older women, whatever he is. I like. I think this is why I love the NFL because so many things happen throughout the season with injuries and things. I like your quarterback now. That is stamina. That's being a leader. He had to go to the hospital after that game and get checked out to make sure he didn't have some kind of major injuries.
He's still day to day right now, according to Coach Sala. He's day to day, and we'll see what happens. I think he's going to come back no matter what.
This is without Von Miller playing, by the way.
Yeah.
But Von Miller didn't play that game.
Paul, you do have a valid point that their best defensive line, outside linebacker, but defensive end at the end. Is he an outside linebacker or defensive end, Paul?
Defensive end.
Yeah, okay, defensive end. It's some of these teams. Some of these defensive packages put guys labeled as an outside linebacker that I feel like would be an end in some cases. I've seen some of these packages just really get confusing in the labeling with that position particularly. That's why I say that. Most of that question was really about what your head coach classifies him as, more than it was anything else at this point.
So I'm worried about Josh Allen doing somersaults and his Knox doing somersaults and risking injury. But you get the touchdowns and you get the first downs. But
in a row.
When you're a 25, 26-year-old, you can do that. You don't see Tom Brady doing that crap. You know what I'm saying? So how long are you in the league for? You know what I'm saying? I mean, elite quarterback, but how much of your health you put in the line for the team? You know what I'm saying? Did you see that touchdown that Knox had? That was a freaking awesome touchdown. Like, that was freaking awesome. That was a full-on somersault a freaking 13-year-old does.
They're competitors. They all are competitors, and they're all elite competitors. And they'll do what they need to do to do what they need to do. Yeah. So that's how it is.
Because you want to get to the Super Bowl and win one. Because I'm just saying, you never won one. They're fighting for the first one. They're fighting for the first Super Bowl. They are.
We're playing from our practice squad right now. That's all we're doing. Our practice squad guys are now stepping up and playing because everybody else is hurt. You know what? That's not the story. The whole NFL's hurt right now. So we're all trying
Everyone's hurt. Everybody's freaking hurt.
Digging right now.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how it is. That's why you have 11 practice squad dudes instead of 6 like last 2 years ago. So anyway, what's going on with the other games?
Well, waiting for our producer to come back.
Well, you know, man's got to take a leak every now and then.
While we're waiting, I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. I didn't mention this last week. It was my birthday last Friday. I didn't mention it. A fan and a follower gave me a new Dolphin glass to drink out of.
That was cool.
You notice it's new. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm 28 years old again. Well, not again, not doubled, but you know, minus 20 or something. Thank you for all the well wishes from all my new Dolphin fan friends. Media is awesome. Perry taught me this. Thank you for everyone who follows us, and thank you for everyone who's watching tonight, waiting for this plaque to come out. I appreciate Liz for all your Jets fans, Perry for what you're doing promoting this. Anyways, I got more birthday wishes this year than I ever did any year in my life, which is pretty crazy. And I got a lot of birthday wishes, and I got them for days after my birthday, which was awesome. So thank you for the birthday wishes, and sorry the Dolphins couldn't win on birthday weekend, but you know, it doesn't always work out the way you want it to. But just a lot of thank yous to everybody.
See, it usually works out the way I want it to as a Patriots fan, because my birthday's on February 1st. So usually right around my birthday, the Patriots are winning the Super Bowl.
Hey, you know what? Here's your two number ones.
Well, yes, exactly. Well, there should be 6 there. 6 fingers, actually, is what you were supposed to be holding up. Anyway, Miami, your team, Jeff, was playing in Los Angeles this weekend.
Terrible.
Sunday night national game, national NBC coverage.
I got 3 points. We have no business playing at night in prime time.
Yeah,
All right.
that's how I felt when the Pats faced the Bears on Monday Night Football earlier this year. It was like, really, that's what we showcased to the nation.
Yeah, we look like caca. I'm trying to be polite. I really am trying to be polite. I'm trying to be non-biased because I know I got a lot of fans who are like 50. We're freaking great still. We have a chance. And the other half of the fans are saying, we're freaking done. We suck. Our schedule is like shit.
Jeff, you're playing a Saturday night game next week.
I know. Thank you for that primetime game on Saturday night with one less day of practice and rest. Thank you, NFL scheduler, for doing that to us.
Snowstorm.
So in the snow, yes. Well, you came down.
There is a snowstorm. I swear to God.
All right. So here's my synopsis based upon all my informational data that I've gotten from ESPN, Fox Sports, because I watch all this crap. You know what I'm saying? Here's my deal.
Don't show up.
If we just make the playoffs, the Dolphins will be happy. Like we're there. Like we're in the playoffs. We just can't drop the ball, literally. Like we can't screw ourselves. All we have to do is a little bit to move on. I'll be in the playoffs. Huh? Go ahead.
No.
I'm on a shoestring. I literally am on a shoestring.
Exactly.
Because the Jets could pull some crazy shit and knock us out. I literally am on a shoestring. I'm not the optimistic fan that I'm a Dolphin fan, but I'm not the optimistic fan we suck. Like we look like shit for 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, but
I'm still wearing my gear. I'm still like open.
I'm still in the playoffs. You didn't get eliminated.
No, we're in the playoffs. If things just okay, but here's what we have to do, and this is not my opinion. It's my opinion plus a couple hundred friends that are Dolphin fans. We did the same thing for 10 or 12 weeks. Okay. Everybody saw what we did. What did we do? Tyreek Hill and Waddle. Boom, 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 boom.
The fastest receivers in the NFL.
Right. You do that same. There's a saying, SOS, same old shit. You do the same old shit week after week.
They'll get you.
They're going to figure out how to defend you. So, am I blaming the coach? I'm not blaming the coach. I'm not blaming Tua. I'm not blaming the offensive line. I'm blaming everything. You got to fix the O-line. You got to start calling different plays. Tua has to be accurate.
And run the ball.
And you have to run the freaking football. You have to run the ball. 4 things. Fix those 4 things in, what do we got? 5 days till Saturday? No, 4 days till Saturday night. Figure it out. I understand first-year coach. I understand third-year quarterback, first-year full-time. But I'm not going to be cocky like Paul was and be like, we're going to whip everyone's ass because we going to Buffalo. And we still got to play the Jets, and we still got to play the Patriots. If we squeak into the playoffs, I'll still be a happy Dolphin fan.
Mm-hmm. Positive thoughts equal positive outcomes, Jeffrey. Think positively. Be like me. All I got to say.
Don't be like me.
When we get to your matchup for next week, we're going to talk about that too, because none of us beat Minnesota.
Well, yeah, that's what we said though. Is that was a comment done actually in our cast last week. Somebody commented Skull Vikings, and I said, yeah, I can. Basically, he was getting at the coverage with. He was trying to talk about your. He was interacting with us on our coverage with the Vikings, and I said, in all reality, the Vikings have been the thorn in the side of the entire AFC East this year. Is what I had to say to that, man. So, so we have addressed that quite a bit here within the series, within the season here on season 3. But so yeah, anything further that you want to add right now, Jeff, to your
Week
we
14
looked
coverage?
like crap. Well, I can't believe I wasted my Monday night watching this game.
Well, Sunday night, but yeah, because what I didn't waste my Monday night watching was New England on Monday Night Football. They 27 points that they put up against Arizona's 13. Now New England moves to 7-6. Arizona's put down to 4-9. So their things are looking pretty bleak over in Phoenix right now. But the Patriots showed up to play. Their defense, defensive play is what's actually on the cover today. For this episode, a pick 6 from. I think it's Uche made that pick 6, so I believe so. I could be proven wrong, but my point is,
not the sorry, never mind.
But Monday Night Football, it was a good showing for New England on the national broadcast. It was nice to get our loss back. It felt like that when we played Chicago and played like ass at home. Now we actually played pretty good football, but the offense really kind of sucked. Devontae Parker taken out of the game, Ramondre Stevenson taken out of the game. So some injuries that really have us wondering, and that some key guys taken out, especially with Ramondre Stevenson during this one. So hopefully he gets well soon. But that is a problem for the Patriots at any time that he's taken out for any amount of time, really, for the Patriots right now. But still managed to muster the win. I mean, Arizona has shown themselves probably really to be a bad team, but will take the win.
I heard you killed their quarterback in the first quarter.
Well, yes, yeah. So Kyler Murray. So as much as we had key injuries, yeah. So pretty much, yeah, demolished Kyler Murray there. Yeah. So yeah.
Was it a non-contact?
It was a non-contact. Yes, and Colt McCoy came in. I like Colt McCoy. I used to watch him when he played for Texas.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, Colt McCoy has a good college following, but never really blossomed in the NFL. Is what I'll say. But yeah, no, he does serve as a backup. He's a journeyman backup quarterback is what his career's turned in at the pro level. Still hanging in there. Not really saying that out of disrespect, just saying that out of observation, really. I guess Tangela Carter. I think she's the comments here saying that Ramondre Stevenson's out for the season, so I guess that might be breaking right here. Ramondre.
I thought you meant Kyler Murray.
Oh, out for season. Let me see.
No,
he suffers ankle injury, ruled out.
Tangela's right.
Yeah, with Ramondre or with
Murray?
With Murray. Oh, Murray's out for the season. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, thank you for that information, Tangela. So, so basically, it was kind of one of these things where, like what you were saying there earlier, the entire NFL's hurt. The entire NFL's hurt, and it's we're getting into that part of the season where it's a matter of the strength and conditioning usually tends to be what wins later on in the season. Belichick understands that. He treats the strength and conditioning program to be something of utmost seriousness versus some more player-friendly coaches, which tends to lead to more injuries down the line. Now, is New England banged up? Sure, but less so than some of these other franchises, I will say that. I just want to put that out there. But so, welcome back, Jeff. I'm glad to have you back. But
Little rain in South Florida. Little rain here.
Gosh, so really at this point, I think I've pretty much spoken to any points I really wanted to say in this cast about this game. More or less, just the Patriots played really fantastic defense, kind of mediocre offense, but still kind of played halfway decent offense, and was able to secure a win against a team that's not particularly great. That's how I'll sum up this one. And let's move over to Western Pennsylvania, home to Paul and Perry here on the cast, as far as where we geographically are located, and Baltimore taking a 16-14 win over Pittsburgh. That's a division matchup that doesn't really change much for the outlook, except leaves things the same basically within the AFC North standings. So really, this is to be expected. This is also what we pretty much had for our guesses too. Everybody went with Baltimore, I believe. Let me check that. Actually, I'm loading up right now where we are at within our own standings. I did adjust that pretty well today. Actually, no. So yeah. So we all went. Winners on this one would be Perry and Liz, Paul and Jeff. You took Pittsburgh, so no bueno there. We're now on the Pittsburgh contest. We got myself at 7-6, Paul at 9-4, Jeff at 6-7, Liz at 8-2. So Liz, you're still pretty chugging along pretty well there on your percentage basis. Now, last week though,
that's because girls are smarter.
Yeah.
Of course.
So I'm going to get into our standings here though with Week 14 as a whole. Jeff, you guess Jets, Miami, New England going 1-2. Perry, Buffalo, Chargers, New England 3-0. Paul, also Buffalo, Chargers, New England 3-0. Liz, Jets, Miami, New England 1-2. So that brings our totals on the season to Jeff 26-18, Paul 24-20, Perry tying with Jeff right now at 26-18, Liz at 20-10. So percentage-wise, we still have Liz in the lead, and then Perry and Jeff tied for second, and Paul coming in sort of third place there, third or fourth.
It's gonna have to suck to pick Buffalo next weekend.
Yeah,
it's gonna suck.
So with that said, let's get
no. Live the Liz life right now. It's
like if I was a betting man, as much as I love the Dolphins, there's no way I'm betting on us winning in Buffalo next week. There's no way.
You're not a Dolphins fan. You're not going to go with your own team just for the sake of getting a point in their silly little who's going to win game. You got to stay with your team.
Silly little win game. Oh
now,
God.
do you want to be? Do you want to be a fan or do you want to be right?
I'm a fan.
Do you want to make money or lose money? Not that I gamble. I'm just saying.
You're talking to a woman here, Jeff.
They don't care about money. They don't care about money. Never mind.
Yeah.
And they don't care about being right either.
No, they're always right. It's like, I'm going for the
even when they're wrong, they're right.
Paul's picking the Dolphins. Nice, perfect. Listen to
all right, so Per, we're about we're about 50 minutes in.
Well,
we got
so
some
this
followers
right now,
on.
Yeah, a little bit of action here. Now you got people making comments here. So thank you, Carter, for joining in. We also now should let's get to the big moment here. I can see we got a couple of live people tuned in live right now, and let's get into
All right, let me say
Facebook group.
this. Let me say this real quick. I invited as many people as I could. Dolphin fans, a few Jets, a few Patriots, a few Bills. I really wanted to go to a Dolphin fan because I think a Dolphin fan will appreciate it. I've been reaching out.
Come on, Jets fans. Win that plaque.
We've been doing this for 3 years. This is our first giveaway. I love Marino. Don't get me wrong. I love Marino. But we're trying to get you guys to follow us. All right. So this is kind of big. This is like a big thing. It's kind of a big thing. But don't follow the group. You gotta go to the page. Go to the page of AFC East by NAFCo. That's how you can talk to us and win these fabulous prizes we're going to give out. So I think we might have like 20 people on here, Perry. Maybe 200. I don't know.
It depends on the moment. Yeah. By the time we're done airing, we usually seem we're getting about 300 by the time we're done with the week.
But we're going live on it. All right. So y'all gotta follow us live. That's how we get. This is how everybody else does it. We're going live.
Well, yeah, exactly. It gives people a reason to come. One more reason.
So if you're on here, you ready for the question?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want me to put it up
question?
Here? Okay.
Okay. So Perry's going to follow this because he gets to read all the comments and everything.
Yeah. So if you can see it in the comment section, that means you're in the right place, by the way, because you'll see it show up in the comment section as I release this. And yes, this is the plaque we're giving away, is what he's showing here.
All right. So the question is, who did Dan Marino throw his first career touchdown pass to? And who did he throw his 400th career touchdown pass to? Ready, go. Look
all right,
for it,
so
Perry.
It's a first come, first serve here on
first
this.
Come, first serve.
Who caught Dan Marino's first?
The two correct names.
So
I kind of made it really easy. We gave clues for a few weeks. Let's see some answers. If we don't get answers, Perry.
Well, basically we can push it back, but at the same time we can also discuss. We can actually also roll through further into the show, coming back to this as well, because this is a first come, first serve. If people need a moment to figure it out, it does mean people do get a chance to look this up technically. You can Google it.
They're all on their computers Googling right now.
In theory, it doesn't actually matter. If you did have it off the top of your head, you were advantaged here. But if you're the first to Google it and answer, then you're using your resources wisely at this point in time, because now the question is on the board here, on the board for the board. So
I'm gonna give you a clue. One was a tight end.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to be putting this in
rookie year, Dan Marino.
Can we key in the Jeopardy theme now?
I wish I had that. That's what I need the stream deck for. I totally could if I had one of those. Just being honest. Just a little
I reached out to as many Dolphin fans as I could. I said, I'm giving it away. Come on. If we don't get somebody,
I can tell you the answer.
Well, yeah.
It's kind of an interesting answer. Like the first answer is a really interesting answer.
No, I know the answer because you told me.
Well, no shit, Sherlock.
All
right. So while we're waiting, Perry, you watch that, and let's go on to next week, and we'll see who comes in.
Exactly. So We will, and first of all, I'd like to mention, please check out the AFCEast.org. That's our website. That's actually been updated today, so check that out. NAFCo.org, that's our parent organization, also a website that's been updated since last time. We have had an episode last Monday at westpasystems.com, your 21st century electrical build contractor. Mom Media Works, a Warren, Pennsylvania based film company, perryfilm.com, your one-stop shop for all your Perry needs, and our AFC East Fantasy League. Let's talk about that. The AFC East Fantasy League has, our official league has now hit playoffs. None of us are in the playoffs, gentlemen. In our own league,
suck at picking players.
Yeah, and I think sometimes when
Because
we go
we're
against the
biased
computer,
on our players.
Yeah, that's what happened. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I think people that just went with the computer are actually just going with the house, and thus it actually does better. To an extent, I see some cases where people fail to adjust their teams, Paul, and
we are not analysts. We are passionalists.
well, that clearly
Liz,
shows.
We're passionalists. We love our teams. Right? Yes, we do.
We really do. Yep, that's for sure. A lot of heartache over 52 years of the Jets.
All right. You guys want to do our picks for this week?
Well, I'm actually going to show our playoff bracket here.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Ryan Ayers out of Florida. I know that Jeff, you're familiar with
a buddy
that
of
person.
mine. Yep.
So they're in there as the second seed, and then you have Team Hudson in there first seed. So I know he's a Patriots fan. So congratulations to Dave Hudson. Jesse Pangalo, congratulations for being the second seed in the East Division. From Western Pennsylvania, as well as Nikki Cherry being first in the Eastern Division.
She sucks.
So Nikki Cherry and Jesse Pangalo will be facing off, as well as Ryan and Dave.
I'm going to say two comments. My friend Ryan, I invited him to the fantasy league. He goes, I don't have time to keep up with it. Well, none of us have time to keep up with it. It is but he did good. I'm gonna say something else, guys. If you play the silver sheet and want to figure out who wins football games, don't give it to yourself. Give it to a woman, because somehow the women always pick the winners based upon colors or area or whatever. Women do freaking amazing at picking football things, even the over and unders. So we overanalyze stuff. Women just kind of go with their passion and colors and name. No, they really do.
No, it's not.
So many women win leagues all the time. I hear about it. It's crazy, and the guys are so frustrated.
I'm sorry, Liz.
I'll go to the horse races and I'll say, "Oh, that name is so cute. I'm going to pick that," and it wins. Don't know anything about odds. I'm
right. I mean, am I right? You're proving my point.
You're right. Right.
One of my exes said she picks the guys according to how good their ass looks.
That works.
Yeah.
I used to go to the dog track and see who pissed first. I mean, I don't know. How do you?
Okay, I got us off topic, but
used to. I don't bet anymore. I can't bet. Things are too unpredictable.
Definitely true story. We pick with what we think is cute, or what we think is hot, or what we think is sounds fun, and yeah.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, let's move over. Let's move over from this over to around the NFL. News around the NFL, happenings, things, weirdness, weird events. I said weirdness already, but strange and even weirder than the weird. even into the level of perverted. What is the news that you all can bring to us today? Liz Mueller, what do you have?
What do I have? Okay, you can Google NFL 2022 Fan of the Year and vote for your favorite player for the overall NFL Fan of the Year. And I just want to mention that the NFL, the Captain Morgan is doing something extraordinary for 6 of their fans of the year, and they're actually making 10-foot tall statues that look like a bronze statue for their representative for that team. The Jets, the Giants, the Rams, the Chargers, the Cardinals, and Dallas. And they're making 10-foot tall statues and presenting them to the Fan of the Year at their respective stadium.
Liz, where's your statue at?
I didn't get one. Last year I had Victor Cruz at my house, and we did a whole video promo for Captain Morgan. In place of that, this year, they're giving him the statue.
Wow, awesome. That's awesome.
It's pretty neat. Yeah, next week I'll maybe have some pictures for you to show. I'll be at the game Sunday, and they're going to present Mike Torto, who's the 2022 New York Jets Fan of the Year, and I'll show you his statue because it'll be presented to him at the prior to the game on Sunday. So that's pretty cool.
He sucks. You're the Fan of the Year.
I am the Fan of the Year.
Yeah, I know.
Ultimate.
Ultimate.
No, you are the fan. You're the fan of the decade because you don't give a shit. You just like Jets win no matter what. Jets are winning no matter what.
I'm living my best life, and I have a positive attitude no matter what is happening. I never leave my stadium sad. I'm always in a good mood because I know we'll get him next time. And if we don't get him then, we'll get him the time after that.
You do.
I love my Jets.
You got my Bills.
We did beat your Bills at my stadium.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Go Jets. Whoop, whoop.
Jets, Jets.
That's right.
Liz, who was that quarterback that guaranteed the Super Bowl?
Huh?
Oh my God.
Who was the quarterback who guaranteed the Super Bowl and won it for you guys?
Joe Namath? What do you mean?
Yes.
You ever meet Joe Namath?
I did meet Joe Namath.
Okay. I was going to say he lives down here now.
I met Joe Namath. Yeah.
And,
I met Joe Namath actually at a soccer game.
Great guy.
All right. So you already met him. I was trying to give you a good invite when you came down in January. I was trying.
I have been known to stalk people. I mean,
I got my cigarette. Okay.
He lives 30 minutes up the road from me, so if you have his number and address, we can
You know where he? Do you know where he lives?
Yeah,
this is in Palm Beach Gardens.
No, he lives in Jupiter.
Go find him.
Jupiter, Palm Beach Gardens. Yeah.
He'll say, "I met you before. You're the Fan of the Year," and I'll wear my antenna football.
We can go have some drinks with him. He can wear his coat again.
No, not in South Florida, but take a
it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold. It is cold this week.
All right, we'll see.
It's going down. It's gonna go down to 60.
Oh,
yeah, 60 degrees. Yeah. 67 today. It was awesome.
Yeah.
All right. What else
Perry, what's your NFL? What's your around the NFL?
Well, my around the NFL, I didn't really bring around the NFL. I'll be honest, I didn't really bring it around the NFL. I've been too worried about this making the show work. That's what my honest excuse here. I've been busy slaving away on the show, so I don't know why you're asking me that. I've been working hard.
I only heard one. I heard one cool thing this weekend. I think I sent out to you guys. There are 13 sets of brothers in the NFL right now.
Quincy and Quinnen Williams, baby. Whoop whoop.
The Diggs brothers. The Diggs brothers, because I'm watching the Buffalo game. The Diggs brothers, and one's offensive receiver and one's a defensive back. and that's how they grew up playing against each other. And their dad was like so supportive of them, so that was awesome.
But
But
how many
you got
of
the
those,
you got the Watts brothers. You got the Watts brothers.
how many of those
So yeah,
are on the same team?
I know there was a pair of brothers for, oh man, I'm forgetting the team now. The one guy who was drafted out of Seattle. There was a pair of brothers, and the one brother had no hand. He was
Yes.
born without a hand.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you remember that? And they were on the same team to get. That was a couple years ago now.
But you know the Jets have Quincy and Quinnen, but they're both on the Jets.
On the same team, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, you think it's a rare thing, but really that's really not that rare. 13 freaking pair. That's 26 guys out of the whole NFL.
Jeff, you have families who are high-powered, athletic people, and you have similar genes. So it's not
for
rare.
Sure. Yeah.
It's not rare to have people hit that level of competition.
Yeah.
So
I
I've
Bosa brothers, right?
Bosa brothers, the Bosa brothers. Yep.
Ohio State.
What was crazy in baseball was the Griffey father and son playing together.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't gonna happen in the NFL, but brothers you can see.
You have Tremaine,
his son too? Maybe, I don't know.
You have Tremaine Edmonds and the Pittsburgh guy, also his brother. I mean, there's a lot of examples.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's genes. Well, it's genes and being raised in football, and
Yep.
I have one more thing.
That was my NFL, around the NFL. So
I have one more thing to add. I'm sorry, Liz. I don't want to overtalk. I tend to do that. So,
me too.
You're doing awesome tonight, Paul. I'm actually impressed.
I try.
That's good, Paul.
What is the biggest story of the week, though, is the Baker Mayfield going to LA and pulling that, excuse my language, fucker out at the end. That is the biggest story of around the NFL, is my thought.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
Yeah, no, that you can make a movie around that.
Yeah.
Him getting cut by Carolina, showing up 3 days later and winning the game for San Francisco, which they needed for the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's an amazing story.
They're for the Rams, right?
Yeah,
the Rams. Yep.
Yeah.
Los Angeles. Okay.
All right, that's all I gotta say. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. We do have.
I'll give you another. I got one more story. It sucks for me because I had to freaking watch the whole freaking episode of it. Garoppolo getting knocked out in prime time by the Dolphins, and Mr. Irrelevant. If people don't know who that is, Mr. Irrelevant is the last player drafted in the NFL draft. It's almost like a joke normally. 240 something out of whatever. Freaking whipped the hell out of my Dolphins and made them look like a joke. And then came out on Sunday and kicked ass again. And I don't know if you guys watched the game. If you watched the game, the family in the stands in San Francisco were like all freaking emotional. Like, I know there's guys that are taken undrafted, but to be Mr. Irrelevant and become Mr. Relevant in 2 freaking weeks and look like a freaking stud. I mean, sorry I was against my team, but I can't remember his name. I know his name, but I can't think of it. Freaking awesome performance and a stud. And you talk about someone prepared to like come in at a 3rd string quarterback. That was a great story. And that's why San Francisco, I mean, the defense is amazing, but he played great as a freaking quarterback. Great quarterback and great throws, prepared. That's probably the biggest thing on like the sports channels right now. Mr. Irrelevant becoming relevant now.
All righty then.
Last pick of the draft. Iowa State.
Are you guys ready to do picks?
Well, Perry went to go piss again, I think, or whatever the fuck he's doing. I don't know.
That's exactly what happened. It's basically called if I get up is right when you guys are gonna say.
Dude, there's something called
Time to switch.
There's something
Depends. Yeah, it's because I drank a friggin' liter of Mountain Dew right before we went on, and that's completely what happened.
Perry, instead of that Patriot hat, I was gonna send you. I'm gonna send you a urinal. All right.
A urinal. I actually have a little urinal because I like to use it at work, but that's a long story.
A colostomy bag.
Yeah, it's not a colostomy bag. No, that's what we put on people at work. Week 15 coming up here to serve hot and fresh. And actually, before we truly actually get into it, I just want to say, no, Angela, it was not Steve Freeman. You did have the second half correct. If you want to give us another guess, though, in the first half of the answer, please feel free to do so.
No, we got some answers.
So we got somebody at 50% correct. The problem is that we have this as a two-parter there, Jeff, and I think it may have kind of confused the audience a little bit. But so it's a two-part question. I can actually just put that back up here.
Throw his first touchdown to.
Yeah, so it's his first touchdown pass, not regular reception, not any old reception. First career touchdown pass, and his 400th career touchdown pass. Second half, she did have correct there. Miss Carter did, but not the first half yet. So
Miss Carter,
we'll keep feeling that. But right now,
it's a touchdown. It's a touchdown pass to a tight end.
Okay, all I gotta say, Jeff, is that laces out.
Yeah. Well, actually, I did bring that with us actually because I was showing our film people. Ta-da! People, I just want to remind people that Dan Marino was actually a movie star, cameoed in Ace Ventura. That's him alongside Jim Carrey there. This is from 1994, and a lot of people forget that. I mean, we're in 2022, so I just wanted to remember that little moment in film history. So Miami at Buffalo, though. This is really kind of the biggie to talk about. Something interesting here, though, is it's going to be on the Saturday night, 8:15 p.m., and it's going to be on the NFL Network, not on your typical cable.
Correct.
So there you go. So Miami, they're 8-5. Buffalo, 10-3. Saturday the 17th, 8:15 on NFL Network. Guys, this one does mean something, doesn't it?
Can I get this on the dark web?
Well, I don't think it's the dark web that we get this stuff kind of on, but you can get it on the internet.
Okay. Paul, it sucks for you. Well, no, it's only Saturday, so you're good.
Why?
But it's the last game of the night.
Oh, my God.
So we got to stay sober all day Saturday to watch the game.
That definitely disrupts my drinking.
Oh, yes.
Okay. I'm going to pick Buffalo for this game because they're already way out of my reach. So Miami, I still want to, pass quicker than. So I'm picking Buffalo.
I'd like to interrupt this and actually say that we now have a winner for the plaque with Tangela Carter guessing Joe Rose, and I have to actually go back when she said McDuffie earlier. So congratulations to Tangela Carter for tuning in tonight here on YouTube with us, as she's now won our plaque here. So Jeff, you want to flash that plaque once more? There you go, sir. So thank you very much, Tangela Carter, for participating tonight. If you want to, you can email. Actually, I'm going to give you an email. Actually, if you want to send an email, yeah, you're welcome. I'm going to give you an email address right here. If you want to email me to keep it kind of off the public chat, an address so Jeffrey can actually mail it to you. So I'll go to. That's info@NAFCo.org and just say, hey, it's Tangela, and give us an address and we'll get you that plaque. Thank you very much for participating.
Who is her football team? Tangela.
If you want to let us know what your team. Yes. Are you a Dolphins fan? What team did you represent us in? How'd you find the show too? If you want to just let us know that, you can. Feel free to let us know. But let's continue on with our coverage that we were on there. Liz, you were just picking. We're doing our picks here for Week 15. Liz, you picked Buffalo. You picked Buffalo.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to pick Buffalo as well because the same thing there. If you let Buffalo run the table at this point,
Yeah.
against everybody, it's not yourself. Right, for all of us.
Yep.
Ta-da! That helps. So, yeah. So sorry, Jeff.
Well,
I'm not worried.
I'm not picking Buffalo because I want to. I'm picking Buffalo because I need you to beat everybody else in the AFC. Like,
so you want to pick Buffalo for this?
Well,
for the AFC East.
For the AFC East, yeah. Go ahead, win it.
Wow.
Blow us out, and then
choking the
me and you. Can I point up? Me and you, and me and you. Or is that the right angle?
You went the wrong way. Yeah, you got. You
can fight out the wild card.
You just poked Marsha.
Oh my God.
Oh, I guess Tangela says she found the show from her mother, so that's cool.
Well,
how the hell are we going to catch up? We just lost 2 in a row.
Well, we're going to have to practice, Paul. You're going to have to look down at me, and I'm going to have to look up at you.
Well, wait. What's up? Sorry. We do this again.
You.
No. Here.
You.
Here's up. There.
Opposite. Yeah, there you go.
There's Alice, the maid.
Yeah, I don't see as much as I want to see my. Okay, here's the other thing we got going on, guys. We've already all faced each other once. Historically, it's hard as hell to beat somebody 2 times in a season. Historically. All right.
We do it to the Jets every year. 7 straight years.
Well,
and the Bills.
Well, yeah, most of us do, but
ooh.
I just want to get in the playoffs. I'm not being cocky. I'm being humble. I just want to get to the playoffs and maybe have a chance to beat a team on a great night. The way we're playing right now, we don't even deserve to be in the playoffs. Like, honestly. So we'll look like shit again next week in Buffalo in the snow. And then we got a few games left that we can maybe win. Packers on Christmas Day and whatnot. But
Jeff.
Yeah.
Bring the fireball out. Come on.
Well, you got one. You got one too.
Yep. Ready? Go Bills.
Hey, Paul. Hey, Perry, understand this. I had to watch Paul sit in misery in Miami after he lost to the Dolphins.
I had fun, bud. Come on. Have one. Have one for me. Go Bills. Say it. Go Bills.
We'll go 1-1. 1-1.
Okay.
Bills, Dolphins.
All right, man. Cheers.
Ooh. So we lost Liz. I thought maybe she was just disappointed about the way the coverage was going there for a second.
Okay, so Liz, Paul and I did a shot already. It was 1-1 because if we're 1-1, we're equal. So if we all just go 1-1,
wow.
that's pretty good for the AFC East.
You must have been awesome in math in school.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go 1-1.
He was a PA. He was a
PE teacher.
PE teacher. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Yeah, not physics.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I do have a degree though.
Yeah.
in
nice.
PE teaching,
Yes, I do.
in physical
Nice.
education.
Lake Park Baptist Church. All right.
Giving
So
us a
I'm
ticket
going to
the
take
show.
Buffalo. I'm going to take Buffalo on this. And so I think it's around the table is Buffalo here on this.
Liz, you're taking Buffalo, right?
Yes, sir.
You need my help to lose.
We don't need anybody's help. We're going to do it all by ourselves.
And Buffalo.
Alice.
Because you need Buffalo to win this one.
I would love to see all of us make the playoffs. How about that?
I agree.
Okay.
I actually do agree because it would be cool. I think it would be cool.
Hey, we talked about this. We talked about this last year on the podcast, and you know what? Some of these teams crapped the bed, and it didn't happen. I'm not saying which teams, but you know, some of us, some of these teams just can't finish.
Next game.
Detroit at New York.
Woohoo!
Detroit is 6-7. They're actually up to second place right now in the NFC North. Jets currently fourth place in the AFC East. This is going to be Sunday at 1:00 on CBS.
In 30-degree New York Jets Jet Life Stadium. I'll be there. It'll be cold, and we're going to win. New York Jets, baby.
Well, the Lions is -1 against Detroit, and Detroit really did well last week.
The Lions are going to sleep tonight.
Well, I'll take the Jets. I mean, you guys are a great team. So,
thank you, Perry.
Well,
you going to Perry before me?
You want me to pick?
Yeah.
You want me to pick? Oh, well, this entire season I've been down on Detroit, right? I've been saying Dan Campbell's Detroit Lions. What? No, well, and that's the thing. But they're second place in the NFC North. But do I trust them to actually beat New York in New York? Do I? I don't trust them to do that.
Yeah.
But what I do think, though, is that would be fantastic for the Patriots if they got that.
It's all about
if they took that. Well, it's all about the Kraft family and the Patriots way and Bill Belichick and his implementation of the Patriots way and how everybody gets along as a great big family, isn't it?
No.
So,
no.
I tell you what, the Jets
so it's not about me.
The Jets defense will cream the Lions. They will. They're a great defense, and that's what the game is right there at the line. So
this is what you three guys don't understand about football. You can't worry about other teams losing or winning to help you. You got to worry about your own team doing what they're supposed to do for the 100th time. Don't worry about, they have to win to help me. No, you worry about what your team does. There, the mother in me has spoken. Florence Henderson has spoken.
Sure, but that kind of ruins the entire premise of the show, though, because it's the AFC East Division matchup system thing, and that's kind of what it all turns into is a bunch of, well, can that team, can everybody else lose except me? It's basically, can the other three squares lose more than the square your face is in?
All right, so who do you
That's
pick?
what this show is.
Sam the Butcher.
We got Tangela saying Detroit's gonna win. You think Detroit?
No.
Well, we'll see. We'll see, Tangela. I'm gonna go with Detroit because of the point Liz is making right now, and the point I'm making. At the end of the day, we're mostly about the square logic thing going on. So I'm taking Detroit right now. I'm putting my money where my mouth is.
Go ahead, Jeffrey.
Do you want to be right or do you want to win?
I want to do both.
we all do. That'd be an amazing life.
Hey, that is my life.
I always want to be right and I always want to win. That didn't happen the last 2 weeks. So I'm going to say this. The Lions went 1-5 to start the season. I believe 1-5, 1-6. They went on a tangent. I'm gonna ask you three one question, and you're gonna be a one word answer. Liz, did you beat Minnesota?
Did I what?
Beat Minnesota.
That was in the past. We're beating Detroit.
Perry, did you meet Minnesota?
No, we did not
What am I
beat
talking
Minnesota.
about?
Paul, did you meet Minnesota? Yeah. Did the Dolphins beat Minnesota? No. Okay. So we went 0 for 4 against Minnesota, which is a great team, right?
No,
But the Lions, who
No,
we think
they're not a great
suck,
team.
who we think suck, go 1-6 and run off 5 freaking wins in a row. And yes, Dan Campbell is a great coach, former Miami Dolphins coach or assistant coach, whatever. Got their team on freaking fire. Guess who beat Minnesota?
Last weekend, the Lions did.
The Lions
and so
did.
they're 1-1 this year against
It was
Minnesota.
a fluke.
Okay.
It was a fluke. Fluke.
Okay. So, Liz, this is your only chance.
Oh.
You're at home. You're at home. You're in New York. Your quarterback is folded in half like a lawn chair last weekend.
And came back.
And came back. He's a fighter.
He didn't come back as a recliner. He came back as a.
There's a pullout.
He came back in a wheelchair from the hospital
And dominated.
because he's banged up as hell.
Yep.
Detroit has Goff as a quarterback. I'm not talking shit because I want to.
Oh my God!
I need you to lose and stay out of my playoff race.
Okay. So you pick.
I need you to stay out of my playoff
your
race
pick.
because if we freaking lose to Buffalo,
Make your
I
pick,
need
Jeffrey.
you to lose so it stays
Okay.
the same.
All
All
right.
right. He picks Detroit. Next.
I'm going Detroit.
That's about where I felt too. There, okay. Paul, what's your pick?
Oh, I'm taking Jets all the way. They have a
All
great
right.
defense.
Wow, that's surprising. Well,
Yeah,
actually, it doesn't totally surprise me. All right. So we got and Liz, you're taking the Jets, I assume.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we got Jeff, Detroit, Perry, Detroit, Paul, Jets, Liz, Jets. Moving on over to New England. Going to be the late slot on Sunday. We actually have a concise, there's no overlap of games actually with the AFCs. We got Saturday night.
I think
Then
all the games
Sunday
are on TV
early,
down
then
here
Sunday
in South
late.
Florida.
Yeah, probably. It'll be on Fox. This will be New England at Las Vegas. This was actually moved from a Monday night game, so we lost that Monday night game. Yeah, whatever. We already had 2 this year. So then New England, they got to go back out west though again, and that's been kind of the thing here lately. I know you have had quite a bit of out west travel this year as well, there, Jeff. But I still think that this is a win for New England because Las Vegas is known that the Raiders have been kind of breaking down this year in the later midway of the season here. Things have been looking quite bleak overall. If you're the Raiders, and wow, Jeff froze in a very beautiful way right there, I must say. But thank you, Jeff, for putting yourself out there like that. Now really the story here that I see is just a game that I've recognized as generally Belichick has a high degree of winning, especially when he plays outside of his conference or outside of his division. I mean, he does well on the road overall and outside of his division, especially against teams that Haven't seen him a lot, and they're not really flourishing. So that's why I say I see this as actually, I don't want to say an easy win, but I want to say a likely win for New England here. So I'm giving New England there. Bam.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going with the Raiders. Jeff, which one? He's frozen.
Jeff's frozen. Let me actually, I'm going to message this, my dude.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, I guess we can hear you. Jeff,
Right.
what is going on with your
I had to
images?
answer. I'm answering fans.
Oh, that's awesome.
I've got fans like texting me, and I gotta.
All right,
Oh,
just
tell him
Sorry.
to.
New England.
I'm going to pick real quick because Jeff's busy. I'm going to go with the Raiders because they're peaking lately. So
Me too. Raiders.
No.
Next.
I just got
Jeff,
echoed.
what's your pick? You're doing better. What's your check?
Oh man,
Your pick check.
New England at Vegas. New England looked really freaking good. I think Vegas still sucks. Perry, I need you to lose to stay out of the playoff picture. But I think you're gonna win. I think the Patriots are gonna beat Vegas. It's amazing how Vegas went so great last year to this year. Yeah, I think Belichick's gonna beat his old offensive coordinator once again because that
and that's
just
the line.
seems what just happens to happen. I mean, I love Josh. I love Josh. I love Matt Patricia, but when you leave your daddy, you're not going to beat your daddy. You're not. Your daddy used to beat you at basketball and
God.
Monopoly, and your daddy's your daddy, and your daddy's going to always be your daddy and always own you. And yeah, Belichick has it on Josh McDaniel because who taught Josh McDaniel? Belichick. Who's your daddy?
Well, the Belichick tree is a big tree, so I'm just saying.
It's a huge tree.
But none of the people and the coaches from the Belichick tree actually were successful in having a successful season with anybody. So
Patricia went back to the Patriots.
Yeah,
so then Josh McDaniels once. You guys are forgetting this has already happened before. And the first ever meetup, McDaniels beat Belichick actually when McDaniels was head coach of the Denver Broncos. Now then he came back to New England. Now he's back. He's back on his own in Las Vegas. Much more experience, more Super Bowl wins under his belt. It makes some sense, but the that he would try to fly on his own again. It's not going particularly well, but it's also not going so bad on a rookie year to be 5-8. Well, that's not Freddie Bathroom style, so we can at least try to maybe give him another year there. I can see him trying for another year. However, that is a major plot line of today. It is apprentice versus master. But apprentice did beat master one time, but Belichick's gone back and beat him again. So it's right now, I believe they are 50-50 right now, actually, against each other.
Based upon that premise, the Dolphins have a first-year coach. How much slack do you give McDaniel as a first-year coach in the AFC East?
I give him some
probably the best division in the NFL, period. I mean, Patriots, Jets, Bills.
Oh, you mean back then?
McDaniel.
He's not playing now. He's playing. He's Josh McDaniel. No, he's playing in the AFC West.
My guy, not McDaniel. My guy, my coach.
McCarthy, Mike McDaniel, Mike McCarthy.
Yes.
What the fuck is your guy's name, dude?
Now you just messed me up because you said so many freaking names.
Oh man, okay.
The boy who came from San Francisco.
Mike McDaniel.
Yes. How much leash do you give him to first year coach? First year coach, you made the playoffs. It's pretty good. But we got a lot of money into a lot of players that we got like a 2-year window to like do something. And we just look like crap the last 2 weeks. You can't do that as a coach. Or maybe you can if you're a Dolphin owner. I guess you can, or a Dolphin GM. I mean,
Anyway.
Okay.
It's gonna die any second.
Yeah. Okay. So let's take picks here, man. Okay. No, we have our picks. We have our picks on this game. So let's move over to Pittsburgh at Carolina. That's going to be at 1 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. This is actually two evenly matched teams in some respects at 5-8 apiece. However, I feel like I'm going to go right now real quick and just say I'm going to take Pittsburgh here. I'm going to take Pittsburgh because Carolina is literally trading away their quarterback. And I think, though, that you see Pittsburgh coming into some quarterback-ness. Now, with that being said, Trubisky had to come out and play, but I just give it that they're a little healthier right now in Pittsburgh than they have been much of the year. Paul likes to point out Watt is back, for instance, and you also have you just have a team that feels like they're coming into themselves a little better. Like last week, they may have lost last week, but they lost only by 2 against Baltimore, a pretty good team. So I'm going to take against a lowly team. Their wins come against the sort of lowly teams right now, and I really consider Carolina one of them. So I'm going to go with Pittsburgh.
Is Pittsburgh still in the hunt?
Let me look at the playoff picture, but let me see. Technically they're listed at 13th. Sorry, they're not technically eliminated, but they're not really in the hunt, really. But
okay, all right.
They're not mathematically eliminated.
but Carolina's a mess. Carolina's a mess.
They're not playing for anything, though. Pittsburgh is not.
Carolina's neither.
Yeah, Carolina actually. They're considered 11th in there, but this is one of those that are kind of back. They're not mathematically eliminated, but not really great either.
Okay.
So
all right. So I'll take Pittsburgh because I think they have some pride. I don't think Carolina has any pride.
I'm picking Carolina because they have a pretty Black Panther as their mascot.
Oh, that's straight up the answer. Wow.
So you're picking the butts. You're picking the butts, aren't you?
Picking it because I like kitty cats, and they have Sir, their mascot.
All right. Well, that's a metaphor. I'm saying when you're picking the butts, you're picking the colors and everything else. So, okay, exactly. Good for you.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Okay.
So, Jeff, what's your pick on this?
I'm going for Pitt. I'm going for Pitt for my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you live with somebody in a Pittsburgh fan,
I got
right?
friends in Pitt, and you guys are all in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I leave my house, and that's all I run into.
I like the new quarterback.
Cool.
Okay.
So I threw my hat on because it is Christmas time.
It says closing statements, Jeff. What do you have to say here?
We're 12 days away from Christmas. My tree is not lit or decorated because I will not put ornaments on until the Dolphins win, which it might be a bare Christmas tree all this season, which is okay. But the tree is up. When the Dolphins win, I'll light the tree up. But I'm wearing the Santa hat because I'm glad I got to give away a prize tonight. I'm thank you for our followers. I need y'all to go to the page, not group, page. Follow, Parrot, tell them what I'm talking about.
Well,
page,
so
get up.
It's facebook.com/AFC East NAFCo. And I can actually put that in the comments here.
Sure.
I was not you didn't prep me for that. Thank you. What, Paul?
Did you upload my tree?
I did, but Jeff just kind of, that's actually what my finger was on right before Jeff said that.
Okay.
Yes, this stuff happens where when you're going live, it just becomes like that. So 1 second here. Now the link's in there that Jeff's talking about. Please go to that page link there. Follow us there. That's actually how you get updates from us more directly. But our group is, so we also love that you're in our group as well. And our group though is more of a discussion form, and the page is more of our channel, you could say, within Facebook. Paul, you absolutely love your tree. Wow, your tree shows up nice and just smack middle of our faces right there. That's cool. So
your tree looks like shit. I'm just gonna say that.
It's a weird tree. Now that we analyze it further, I'm looking.
I got a gun. I got golf clubs in it. I got fishing rods. I did everything I can. I got
There's just a gun with a Bills logo on the bottom of the gun.
Oh,
That's the same Bills logo you have on your table.
Well,
on your folding table.
Well, life is good.
Yeah, but then the star is a hat. Is like one of those winter hats, accompanied by a scarf over, I guess, the tree's shoulders.
I was trying.
Liz, aren't you glad? Aren't you glad you?
I live by myself.
Group?
What?
I live by myself.
What,
Jeff,
I live by myself too.
Aren't I glad that what?
Aren't you glad you joined our crazy group?
Yeah.
For shit like this.
All right, gentlemen. Go Jets. Jets.
Jets. Okay, man.
I'll pull for the Jets.
Listen,
Liz, what day are you coming down? We got to talk about your accommodations for down here. And
in honor of the three of you, and it's the holidays, ho, ho, ho.
Wow, really? That's wonderful.
That's Jeff's goal.
She's got the slingers, don't she? Oh my!
I feel like
goodness.
if we all landed that on Liz, we'd all be canceled.
All right, guys.
Okay, gentlemen.
Look at this misogynistic ass.
Liz, figure out your accommodations. January.
I will.
Well, and I want to just say again, thank you very much.
I'm around.
And I just want to.
Congratulations, Tangela.
Yes. Thank you very much to Tangela Carter for participating in our game today and winning the plaque, the 400th touchdown from Dan Marino, and Tangela also responded to our question about who her favorite team is. My favorite team is the Miami Dolphins. Was born and raised here in Florida, of course. But I agree with Jeff. If we play like we've been playing, why go to the playoffs? So at least, though, the plaque is going to a Dolphins fan there, Jeff.
Think positive. Nice.
So that's something. And
yes,
and you're welcome as well.
We got 1,000. We got 1,000. This is next.
Yeah, it's next. We'll have to determine an exact number. And also, I'll just say again, Tangela, please email us at info@nafco.org with your mailing address so we can get you that plaque. Just remember to send that email over to info@nafco.org. Yeah.
Let's go Dolphins. Even though we might suck, let's make the playoffs one more time. Let's just make the playoffs.
Well, okay. Well, with that being said, yeah, thank you for tuning in. And one last time, thank you for Tangela Carter. And peace.